Hi, it's Tracy from Entrepreneur Girl, and I wanted to make a short video today to talk to you about the importance of keeping up with your education as a business owner. So behind me is my board, which you've seen in my walkthrough, behind the scenes walkthrough of my office, but this board keeps my ideas and my creativity flowing as far as expanding my business. And eBay and Amazon, I talk about in most of my videos because that's my main bread and butter. That's how I'm making the majority of my monthly income. But I've turned these papers over so you can't see all my personal information. But on there, I write down my goals for eBay, my goals for Amazon, where I want to expand. I've recently expanded from an independent Amazon seller to an FBA seller. I'm getting ready to make my first video on my first FBA shipment, so that'll be fun. I'm a little nervous about that, but I'm constantly trying to strive to be better and to better and better and to make more revenue and more revenue come into my household. So this board is my idea center. And this is where I write down my ideas. I sit and stare at it while drinking a cup of coffee, and I'm constantly adding to it. So Amazon and eBay are my first goals. Those are the things that I do every single day that, like I said, is the majority of my income right now. But I'm also expanding into, you see a globe, it's the World Wide Web. That is what I'm currently working on. That's my newest project. Building websites, building blogs, trying to market through social media. So I'll show you a book that I'm reading about that, but that's my next project. Then I have investing, which you saw in my personal story about how I invested for a couple of years in the stock trading, and I currently do that. But that's not just stock trading, that's also houses that I own, any type of formal investment that, even my inventory, my eBay inventory is an investment. So anything that I have as an asset, I write down on that paper, and that shows me where my money is, that if I needed to liquidate, I could. Then I have Shutterstock. You've heard me mention that. I love photography. I'm kind of a freelance photographer, and Shutterstock enables me to sell the pictures that I already take. So it's just an extra source of income. Etsy is something I dabble in. That's where I can sell some vintage goods, homemade items. All of these link to social media. So here's a list of my social media. I have Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Tumblr, and Google+. And if you know anything about Etsy and Pinterest, you know that they're heavily linked. Pinterest is really popular right now, and you go on there and you see these pictures and they link back to an account, and it could be an item that someone is selling and they've taken pictures of it and it looks really pretty, and it's a way to utilize social media to sell your goods. It's marketing. It's great marketing strategy with all social media and all online now. This is where marketing is in the future. So I want to utilize each and every one of these on as many of these as I can. So if I have a website, I want to make sure that I'm utilizing every single bit of the social media on my website, as well as my Etsy and my Amazon. If I have a website, I can link it back to something that I'm currently selling on Amazon, or I can be an Amazon affiliate, which we'll talk about all those in detail later. This is just kind of an overview of my board because I want you to start a board just like this. This way you keep yourself focused, you're thinking about your future, you're thinking about your goals, and you're achieving them, and you're writing down your ideas as you go. So I printed out these letterheads: Amazon, eBay, World Wide Web, investing, Shutterstock, Etsy, social media, and these are miscellaneous ideas. These are mainly writing, freelance writing, where I can do articles on yahoo.com, I can do virtual assistants, I can post on Kindle. I have a bunch of different ideas there that I can use for my writing. Then I have ebooks, and then I have curriculum development, which is something I'm passionate about, which is curriculum, and I would like to eventually develop my own. So these are big goals that I have put in picture form and color form that I printed out, and then underneath each one I have a piece of paper. They're all turned over right now, but I have a piece of paper that I write on, you know, what I'm going to do to make each of these goals a reality. And I think that's really important for you as an entrepreneur, as a person trying to grow your business, whatever your business is, whatever your goals are. You need to have a place where you can visually see them every day, and you can work on them and you can strive for them. And the second part of this is I read all the time. So I try to stay in the know and read as many things as I can get my hands on. I love to read, so that's not a problem. But if I were you, I would spend a certain amount of time every day, even if it's 15 minutes while you're eating, or maybe somebody's watching something on TV that you don't want to watch, whatever it is, try to read a book. And then when you're done with that book, read another book. But these are books that I've read since January. This one is Strengths Finders. This is an actual test that you can take online, and then you can read the book. But these are my strengths. I wrote it on a Post-it note on the book. But you find out your business strengths, and then you work towards your strengths. You don't focus on your weaknesses. You don't focus on trying to get better on your weaknesses. You really focus on your strengths. So this has been an asset to me in focusing on my own strengths and in my own business. So I read that this year. This one I'm currently reading. This is ProBlogger. That went with starting my own website that's on my board. So I researched online and I decided to get this book, and I'm really, really liking it right now. I'm only, part of the way through, but it's been a good book for me, and I plan on utilizing this on my website and starting my own blog. That's my project right now. I have 3 eBay books. One I haven't finished yet, but 2 I have. I don't know that these are the best eBay books. These are just kind of something that I looked on eBay and I grabbed, but I read them. Some was pretty basic information I already knew, but in every book I was able to glean something, some tidbit of information that I hadn't thought of yet, or maybe made me think about it a little differently. So I've read all 3 of, this is eBay Inventory, Titanium eBay. This is what I'm reading. This is probably the most technical so far, and so it's taking me longer to get through it because I'm making lots of notes. I write in my book. So any books I plan on keeping, I write in. Any books I don't like, I plan on eBay and I don't write in. What should I do with my life? This was an interesting book, just about personal stories of different people and different things that they've journeyed through to kind of decide what they wanted to do with their life. And I just thought it was a neat book, so I read that. Oh, my personal favorite, Platform, Get Noticed in a Noisy World by Michael Hyatt. Hands down, a must read for all of you with any kind of business pursuits online. As far as starting a website or a blog or marketing yourself, this is my favorite. I subscribe to Entrepreneur Magazine. You can also subscribe to your own magazine. I like Entrepreneur because it's about starting businesses, about marketing, about getting yourself out there. So this comes every single month, and I can read it, and I keep all my copies. I might want to write a blog about it. I might want to incorporate it in my own business. This is kind of a girl thing, a mom thing, so if you're a guy, you can skip this, but A Mother's Legacy, this is a book I've read probably 4 times. It's just probably my personal favorite life book. I just really like this book, so I read it over and over again. This is a book I got, Mom Inc. It's a guide to running a successful business from home. I read that. This is probably my first book that I read this year. And I read Restless, Because You Were Made for More. This is a Christian account. It was a really good book. I was able to take lots of notes from that. So this is my stack of books. I'm not saying you need to read this stack of books. Maybe Michael Hyatt, but the rest, I'm not saying you should read them. I'm just saying that you need to read. You need to educate yourself. If you're online, read articles that pertain to your business or your pursuits. I watch a lot of YouTube videos because it helps me, I'm a visual learner, so it helps me see what other people are doing. And I just like to list and watch those movies. But I'm constantly educating myself. I'm constantly striving to learn and to incorporate them into my board and my business and my life. So that's today's video. I just want to encourage you to continue your education. I want to encourage you to read, to go online, to research, to watch YouTube, whatever method that you choose. And I want you to start an idea board. I want you to try and think about where you want to be in 5 years and in 10 years and start making these headings right away, and then we can do our own little pieces of paper with your ideas on it afterwards. So that's my tidbit for today. Just want to give you a little bit of encouragement. And if this is helpful, please like or comment. And comment about other videos or other topics that you would like to talk about, because I'd love to talk to you about them too. Until next time, bye.